Hello, welcome back to Dragon Quest IV, Chapters of the Chosen. Last time, Torneko Taloon achieved his life dream and opened up a weapons and armor shop. This time, we're gonna run it. This just turns into Diner Dash now, I'm sorry.
Oh,
And
okay.
let's just go right to bed.
Well, we're done for the day.
We just finished setting up,
Okay.
and we never ate that packed lunch. Also,
Oh.
these two are still with us.
These guys have been with us all the way. How many days left did we have with these guys? Like 4?
I think it was 4, but we did just sleep, so I think we're at 3 days left now.
Alright, so yeah, obviously it doesn't include, the however many days it actually took for Torneko to get his family over. That's not part of the gameplay. But it is kind of
Right.
funny that they've just been
Anyways.
here all this time.
Now we have our shop. It's time to take orders. Let's go talk to the king. He needs 6 steel broadswords, which is why I didn't want to sell those, and 6 pieces of iron armor. And if we go here, this is where we can turn it in. But we don't have any. So we have 2 options for getting these. One is random drops, the other is purchases. So this part of Torneko's chapter is a little strange, because, like, after having... We try that again. We started with direction. We knew about the lockbox that we had to go get, otherwise this chapter could get really irritating really fast. Then we were sent towards Endor to set up our armor shop. And then it got a little more nebulous with, well, we need the money to buy the armor shop, but there's a dungeon nearby that we can sell for most of that money. Or a dungeon nearby that has an item that we can sell for most of that money. Now it's just get 6 swords and 6 pieces of armor, idiot.
I guess this is just the life of the shopkeeper. I'd never considered such a thing. You know, you're an adventurer, you just go in, you're like, oh yeah, the shopkeeper just has unlimited arms and armor. But no, it's gotta come from somewhere. It comes from drop rates.
Our producer said the game came back a half hour short. We gotta pad it out somehow. So I said at some point I would start cutting out grinding sessions. I'm not counting this as a grinding session. This is plot relevant.
This is
the only
relevant wandering.
This is the only method you have. There, found one. So we go back here. And we go to bed. Because there's something the game doesn't really tell you. It's something I didn't know the first time I played. But now we have the armor shop. We have unlocked a new mechanic. If we give things to Tessie, she can sell it for more. Not only for more than we could sell it normally, but for about what we could buy it for normally.
Oh dang, nice. Well, that rules.
So, yeah, that's... You can make an absurd amount of money here.
Alright, well,
Actually,
as it turns out, this was a couple of shopkeepers all along. She just didn't have the opportunity in the old town to actually sell.
also, I said the price we can buy it as. I think I was misremembering the steel broadsword. I think it's at 20,000, and she can sell for 30,000. So, the way to make a lot of money really quickly in this chapter is to just buy a lot of things, have her sell them, and then use that money to buy even more things that she will then sell.
Mm-hmm.
And just do that over and over again. And that's why casino tokens cost 200 gold per token instead of 20 gold per token in this chapter.
Because we have those wife strats.
Anyways, I'm getting bored grinding over here. Let's go check out some Koska. Huh. There's a Mosca. Outside people is not permitted.
You'll fuck off now.
Well, now that we failed the prospective swap of papers, please, it's time to go back to the grind.
They could have had so many steel broadswords over there, but nah. Can't go in that territory.
Anyways, the other downside to using Tessie is that it causes time to pass, so we will lose our companions very quickly.
Mm-hmm.
But at this point, Torneko is leveled up enough that he can get by on his own.
Yeah, nothing in this chapter's been particularly tough so far. Even the Bodkin archers don't seem like they're that tough.
I will say, if we try to take on that dungeon we did in the last video on our own, we would not have made a whole lot of progress.
Mm-hmm.
It is, in fact, useful to bring these two along.
Yeah, that seems like it's slightly harder and a trial of endurance. But on the overworld, yeah, it's fine to just do that. God, Laurel's face is just messing me up still.
Hey, buddy.
His face is so tiny.
See, you're looking at the top screen. All the action's on the bottom screen, my man.
Alright, well, time to go to bed, my friends Hardy and Laurel. You two will never leave me, ever. You're just such good pals. Saw my family through to safety over here. Saw me set up my shop. Unforgettable memories.
I'm just picturing Hardy going like, the contract said 5 days. Alright. 6,140 gold coins. So she said at least 3,000 coins. I think I said 20,000 earlier, but I meant 3,000. So it will actually sell for a bit more than that.
So she'd be a terrible shopkeeper to have to interact with as a player character, then. Like,
yes.
Shit, she's so good at upselling me, damn it.
Anyways, they don't sell steel broadswords here. But they do at Ballymoral. Oh.
Just mid-jump, they're like, okay, we're done, fuck you.
Well, I don't do well with Chimera Wings, actually. You know what? I think your 5 days are up. Anyways, 2 steel broadswords got us enough to buy 3 steel broadswords. So we're gonna have Tessie sell these, and use that money to buy more broadswords.
Alright, so when are we getting the gold cylinders? When's Torneko salvaging? Torneko
does feel like he could pass as a no-pawn Kachinka. Like, this is what Riki's dad would look like if he was a human. The no-pawn aren't typically Irish, but is in that area. I don't think any of the regions of Xeno 2 had Irish accents. I think a couple of characters in Xeno 3 might have.
Yeah, I wouldn't know that as much. But yeah, I think you're right.
It was like Mordane's Scottish, Gormad's Welsh. Argentum is the Nopon, so they have Nopon accent. Orion's Australian. Indol's Atlantic accent. Tantal and Torna have received pronunciation. And Letherian, those people have northern accents, so yeah, no Irish.
And the Blades are American.
Except for the ones that aren't.
Mm-hmm. Blades, shrug. Okay, wow, yeah, Torneko's
Blades
really
are American.
strong.
Yeah.
Nose for treasure.
Nose for treasure. And we found a steel broadsword. Awesome, our wife can sell this. So nose for treasure, if you use that in the dungeon, it'll tell you how many treasure chests are on that floor.
That's useful.
Yeah. Oh, there's Hardy. We can hire him again if we want.
Alright, I've got another steel broadsword for you to sell. You have to have steel broadswords to make steel broadswords. That's what they always say.
So yeah, this will get us at least 12,000 gold, which we can then use to buy the 6 broadswords we need. But we won't be turning them in because we will need to use those to make enough money to buy the iron armor that we will then also have to turn in. And remember, I didn't know this when I first played this game, so I just fought random encounters until I had enough random drops to get all the items that I needed.
Man.
If you do that, this chapter sucks. If you do it the way you're expected to, this chapter rules.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you could just act like some foolish adventure, going around in circles, trying to find a sword, but... You know, what if you just relied on your wife?
And I haven't drawn attention to it yet, but last video we did learn about the tunnel that somebody is trying to make, and we want to fund that public infrastructure project.
Mm-hmm.
So that's our goal for the rest of the chapter.
To make up for almost starting that war, but then solving that war, we're just gonna get into public works. Torneko's not just about the weapons.
If you remember, that war started, or was made possible, by Torneko Taloon making sure that a bridge was fixed. So I think he's just way into public infrastructure.
Damn, things can be used for both good and evil. To think somebody would use the humble bridge for evil.
Alright, well first let me give you this shield. It's a pittance compared to the broadswords, but you can go ahead and sell that. Anyways, I'm gonna go buy more steel broadswords so that we can sell them.
Me purchasing a great many swords. My wife having to sell all those swords.
So, this part does get a bit repetitive, but the number's going up, so it feels pretty satisfying when you're actually doing it.
Mm-hmm. Extremely stonks.
Also have my numbers off. We're only able to buy 5. broadswords. Also, that's what happens if you hit the party chat button with no party members.
Torneko just looks behind himself and sighs.
Anyways, let's save a Chimera Wing and just walk to Endor.
Hey, Hardy, did you hear what that guy said? Oh, right.
Anyways, let's check out on... Well, let's check how much Iron Armor is. Iron Armor is only 1,200 per armor. That's, what, 7,200 for all 6? Oh, right, we have to put in each item individually. This is the other main problem with this.
Mm-hmm. Well, you might have only wanted to give one sword.
Yeah, but... I guess they wanted to have Tessie say how much she would sell each item for individually like this.
Mm-hmm. Look, this is just to show you that Torneko is very careful when taking swords out of his bag. He does them one at a time, make sure to have a little cloth in his other hand for if he, has to pick up the blade. Carefully puts it over.
Handles it super delicately.
Torneko is a careful man.
This thing gets one scratch, the value plummets.
Oh yeah, adventurers all the time are just like, a scratch? I don't know about that. Can I have this for free now?
Look. If the value of a car can plummet when it goes off the lot, then I can say that the value of a sword plummets if it has a scratch in it. So as we're nearing the end of Torneko's chapter, how do you feel about Torneko's chapter?
It is quite the ride, considering we just started by being the shopkeeper, just the guy behind the counter. It just goes a whole bunch of places. We get to do a fun little, partial Indiana Jones. There was a giant boulder, but it didn't really chase us the same way.
Yeah.
Almost started a war, but then stopped it. I think that's the wildest thing, is just how casually that happens.
Yeah, that's NES storytelling for you.
Uh-huh. Yeah, just like the first time when it was actually happening, we kind of just like glossed over it for whatever we were talking about in the moment.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna go back to Bowling World to buy more iron swords. They're steel broadswords. It's the armor that's iron.
Mm-hmm. Can't get those mixed up, otherwise the order's completely wrong.
So there's a lot to like about Torneko Taloon's chapter, but something that I find interesting is how, for the most part, the chapters have been escalating in their stakes. Like, Ragnar starts, and, kids have gone missing, which is a pretty big deal, but it's implied that Ragnar fights all of them. There's nothing to indicate that there were children he couldn't save. You only see 2 on screen, but that could be, limitations of the engine.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, those broadswords that we sold got us enough money to buy another 6 broadswords and all the armor we need, so now we're done.
Alright, well then.
But we are down to 68 gold.
Yeah, now we have nothing to actually put into the shop, because we need these. Well, we'll find other things in due time.
but yeah, Ragnar's chapter has stakes, but it's fairly lighthearted. Um, Elena's also starts fairly lighthearted, but then her dad is directly targeted by the evil threatening the land. And then again, her people go missing at the end of her chapter, and that doesn't get resolved.
Yep, she's still figuring that out wherever she is.
So you think we're going to keep escalating, but instead we get Torneko, who just really wants to own a weapons shop.
Mm-hmm. Well, we need a bit of a break. We've seen two, like, actual warriors. Regular warrior and warrior princess. Now we need to know about the little guy. Well, what's the weapons shop owner have to think about this world?
Anyways, we were given 60,000 gold, which is in fact the exact amount we needed to completely fund that tunnel. And then I went and spent some of it on a shield. So now we no longer have enough to fund the tunnel, but thankfully okay, there we go. I had Tessie sell some stuff yesterday, so we're good.
Alright, well, I feel like the lesson to learn in all this is, damn, Tessie's really good at her job.
Yeah. Why did we get hired as the shop clerk?
Misogyny.
Anyways, before I accidentally spend too much of this money, let's go fund this. And that's a really mean thing. You don't get, like, an item that you use to get this guy his money or whatever. They just give you 60,000 gold coins. And there's nothing stopping you from, like, turning all of that into tokens at the casino.
That tells a much different story.
And if you do that, you're either grinding forever, or you are restarting the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Tessie's good, but she's not that good.
Well, I guess the thing about Tessie's source of income is that it's not exponential, but it grows.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, I'm going to buy as many things as I can, because we won't be allowed to keep this gold in later chapters. So, because money is so meaningless in this, one thing that you can do if you are like... Oh wait, that is what I'm doing. One thing you can do if you're like min-maxing, or not min-maxing, but just trying to exploit the game, you can buy a whole bunch of weapons and then sell them for 3/4 of their cost later in the game, because your inventory carries over even though your gold doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
And since money is completely meaningless at this point in the game, thanks to Tessie, you can get so many items that 3/4 thing is basically meaningless.
Yep.
So I think that was just an opportunity for me to explain that. Anyway, let's go check in on that tunnel.
I mean, it can't possibly be done by now. Like, it only just started. He just got the money, and it's a pretty big tunnel.
Yeah. Just like you said, we still need some more time to pass. Oh, the casino's open, you say? Actually, maybe the casino isn't open until now. Maybe that's how they stop you from accidentally throwing away all that money really easily. Anyway, let's go check out that casino. In a minute.
I need so many abakai.
Yeah, first I need to invest in Abacus.
Alright, now I'm just gonna take these back to my weapon shop across the road.
Tessie's also telling us about the casino opening.
I don't go to the casino.
They really want us to go. Really want us to look at this casino. That's all she'll say. So we want to pass time. Have to go to bed on our own. Okay, we're not allowed to sleep. Torneko's life is so strange.
Go to the casino now.
I don't think anything happens at the casino. It's not like if there is an event flag there shouldn't be.
I mean, that's where Dr. Eggman steals your Chaos Emeralds, right?
So yeah, I think I've mentioned Dragon Quest event flags being a little finicky at times. This is probably one of the better examples where they're just like, go to the casino.
Why? Because we said
Go
so.
to the casino. I don't even know if that is an event flag or if they just need time to pass. It's strange. I'm gonna go beat up this Splatty Punk now.
Alright, there we go. Fight against gang violence.
Anyways, we were commenting on how Tessie wasn't allowed to be the sales clerk back in Lakanova, even though she's clearly better at it than Torneko. And you joked about it being misogyny, but I do wonder if maybe that was like the intent. Or maybe not, the idea that this shop owner is a douchebag and also a misogynist, but just in the sense that, like, he has terrible business sense despite being in charge of the business.
Mm-hmm.
Because Torneko hiring his wife to man the front desk isn't a case of him, like, forcing his wife to do the shitty job that he hated. It's a case where he recognizes that it wouldn't be best for his business for him to do this job because his wife is better at it.
Mm-hmm.
Also, we're at the fucking casino now. Is everyone goddamn happy? Wait, where did we get 222 tokens? Anyways, yeah, tokens also carry over, so that's another reason that they jack up the price of tokens.
So you can just get a bunch of Azalena then.
Yeah, and here's the other thing, though. It's not just that Tessie can get you a lot of money. Tessie pretty much makes money meaningless, so it doesn't matter how much they raise the price of the tokens. You can still get a whole bunch of tokens and then pass them on to your main party for them to use when the casino gets more stuff in later chapters, maybe.
Man, our old boss really did just look at the two of these and go, that guy's got a backpack. Clearly he must be the guy I need to hire. Got a backpack, it's full of stuff. That says merchants.
Alright, well, I went to the casino. Hey, it's done.
A weapon in the east, you say? Pub and a casino, you say?
Shut up about the casino. Alright. And with public infrastructure funded, we're gonna go find the legendary weapon so that we can sell it.
Oh man, we can't let Torneko win, otherwise we'll have to pay so much for that thing.
And that's the story of Torneko Taloon.
Tessie's gonna make me go bankrupt buying Excalibur. We gotta find it first.
It's so funny that he's the one that gets the spin off series.